Hello everyone, and welcome back to Agrarian Skies. Such a quiet place, but I do have sound on. It's well done. Can't I turn the rain sound? I don't know. Perhaps because I've got the particles off. That's where the rain doesn't make a sound. But that's actually nice. I don't want the rain sound. Okay, last time we started, well, we actually finished the big reactor, but that setup isn't entirely complete yet. There is more to be done. So I will need these things. I will need all of these things. So I believe I have my extra golden bags of holding on me. And as you can see, they just provide more space. I don't need any of this stuff up here yet, and this is Stormcraft stuff, so I think for the moment I'm kind of fine. I will, however, take out these things. And I guess I'll craft this thing here, but I won't use it today. Okay. I think I should do this. Maybe. Might have gotten it. No. This is a grinder, and this works similar to the slaughterhouse that I built for the cows, except it works on all mobs. I think the slaughterhouse really only works on farm animals, cows, pigs, chicken, that kind of stuff. And the grinder works on all of them. It works on hostile mobs as well, which is actually its main purpose. It kills them and it provides their drops and a liquid called mob essence. And once that thing over there is no longer required, which is soon, don't worry, I will build a new sort of static mob farm that doesn't require on the mobs falling down. And it'll be basically a large dark room that will have these grinders in the wall, and everything that spawns in the room will be grindered instantly. But that'll be at a later point because it takes some setting up, and I should take these with me. I don't know if I didn't turn in the quest or if it didn't notice it, but I obviously completed in the steel-powered flight section. I completed this quest here, and I choose as a reward the Elorium ingots, and this is the reward pack I got, so let's open that. Oh look, it's trolling us again. That's one of the things I really dislike about the mod pack. Those reward packs are severely terrible at times. Now, I want to make more storage. Now firstly I need to make this 1K storage for the quest. And I will make 2 of the very big ones, 64K storage. And these require storage clusters, which I've shown these. They require storage blocks, and you need 3 each of those, and then it always goes down, so you need 1 of the blocks. You need 1 of the clusters, which needs 3 of the blocks, which each of those needs 3 of the segments, each of those needs 3 of the cells. You can see that this can get out of hand pretty quickly, because the highest storage is actually the 16M storage added by extra cells, and that requires something insane like almost 30,000 redstone, and it's pretty expensive because of the Terra storage cluster. Diamond each and 3 of those gigas, diamond each and actually 2 diamonds because these need them as well, and 3 of the megas, diamonds and kilos, diamonds and storage clusters, and so it goes down. Very expensive, but the 64K ones are actually okay. They require in total 36 gold, 3 iron, 108 quartz, and that's the Certus quartz, 40 quartz dust, 4 diamonds, 15 glass, 227 redstone, and 16 glowstone dust. So that's not too bad. And I have the quest completed now under for the hoarding. Oh, I actually have 3 quests completed, supposedly, because this unlocked other quests. This one, of course, don't have a choice on the rewards. The automated mining is the laser drill, which, as you know, I made that myself. I'll go for this reward pack. And we made 1 endstone, which is what we need for this quest. And this is just a prerequisite to the big quest that requires 1,000 endstone. And I just want to check, do I have the Hell's Kitchen stuff? Yes, it's now unlocked. Because I did for the hoarding, the initial bit, the mass collection quests in Hell's Kitchen have been unlocked. So for example, 10,000 toast, 1,000 spaghetti and meatballs, 100 hearty breakfasts, 1,000 bacon mushroom burgers, 10,000 vinegar, 10,000 tomatoes, 1,000 leafy fish sandwiches. Whoa, 50,000 lettuce. I seem to recall this being 10,000, but that's a lot. Tomatoes only 10,000, so that's doable. And 200 soy milk, 200 firm tofu, also fairly easy. I could probably do that now, actually. Let me check. I can't do it in one fell swoop, but I can start doing it. I should have another... Didn't I have another presser? I did. They don't require power, so I might as well use more of them. And because I'm recording at lower resolution now, the last 40-minute episode was actually quite small in file size, so I'm thinking I might make these episodes longer because it feels like I don't have enough time sometimes. Oh, definitely. I need exactly 200, so that's 180, 192. I need another 8. I might be entirely wrong on that. Oh yeah, this doesn't shift click. And the firm tofu just go in here. This is again turned off. I think I explained that already. I had too much stuff. This was getting full and I don't know. It's not enough letters by any means for the late quests as you've seen, but it is enough for the moment to keep my food levels pretty level, I guess. This will just keep pressing. I'll come back eventually and do these two. I should enable my jetpack. I also need... Actually, I want to sleep. I keep getting distracted by things, which is unfortunate. I'm arranging myself slightly for these episodes, knowing what I want to do and talk about, but then I remember that, oh, I could do this, and then it just becomes a mess. Okay. Bunch of full hearts, and you might wonder why I'm not using those. There's really no reason. I prefer having them up here. And there's no disadvantage that I know of using them instantly. It's just that's the way I like to do it. I have... my quest book will tell me I have... It should be able to tell me. If I unselect, yes, I have 6 lives and died once. So I can still die 5 more times before it actually becomes critical. And this is a greater and an epic reward pack. Let's look at those quickly. Oh, wow. Oh, this is very nice. Oh, yes. This is actually appropriately labeled a Zomg reward. Now it may seem irrelevant to you, but this is Stormcraft stuff, and otherwise getting these things you get from these is a pain. A major pain. So, I will start Stormcraft soon-ish. Not in the next 2 or 3 episodes, probably, but it's on my list. And that's basically enabling me to skip a rather annoying step. I will still tell you how to do it in case you didn't get these rewards. I'm trying to basically make it so that I don't rely on the reward packs for anything. I'm hoping I did okay on that so far. Now, I also need probably a diamond chest, at least for the moment. That should suffice. I need 2 diamonds. Down to 6. It's not a lot. Or 7 maybe. I didn't even read that. I just said 6. I don't know why. And I need to make a chest. Okay. And that's for the laser drill. I thought it might be fun to set that up together. Now there will be another thing I do about that quite soon. And that will basically make it so that I don't have to use this chest anymore. Now, I believe that's pretty much everything. And by the way, this here, this sort of little speck of something called an aura node, that's going to become relevant when I get into Thaumcraft, so I have to remember that location. These things are fairly difficult to find, and they are very important for early level Thaumcraft to recharge your wands. And what exactly that means, you'll see eventually. Okay. Now this system here is basically complete. Well, I've moved the reactor, as you can see. I thought at first, you know, it doesn't really matter. It's a huge pain to move it. It's fine. But then I saw it again, and my OCD kicked in, and there was just no way I could let that happen. It's a shame these don't stack right now. Okay, so for the moment, what I'll do is I'll actually set you to output on top. And I need to build this all the way up to up there. Which shouldn't actually take too long since I have the jetpack. I think the first time I did this on my private playthrough, I didn't have a jetpack, so I actually had to pillar up. And it's a little scary, but now we're actually almost there. And this isn't pretty because this isn't permanent. Okay, now I need to punch a hole in here. I don't need to, but I want to. Okay, that's about enough, I'd say. Probably need to go down again, get rid of some stuff, carry up the laser drill precharger. I like how the reactors look, by the way. Just the industrial look of them, the way, just the flowing down of the Enderium. And I didn't go into too much detail on the big reactors because that would have been a tangent that would have taken a long time. I should probably say something about that. Okay, each reactor needs one controller, that's the heart. I don't believe you can even put more than one, but you definitely need the one. You need these access ports. I'm not sure if it complains if it doesn't have two. I think one might be enough, so it runs. But ideally you want two once you want to automate the system. One to take in the stuff, one to put out the stuff. And this has a stack of Yellorium as backup in it already, so that should last a long, long time. And you need a power tap. Again, I don't know if the reactor complains if it doesn't have one, but it doesn't have a point if it doesn't have one, because that's the only way to get the energy you create out of it. And then the rest of the structure of any size, the outside structure, the rest of it can be made of either reactor casings or reactor glass. Now the outside frame needs to be the casings, and the faces can be made out of glass or the casings. Now the bottom I use the casings because you can't see into it, but at the sides and on top I like the glass so you can kind of see the thing and it really looks very futuristic and cool. And then in the center, depending on the structure of the reactor, you have to put these fuel rods and the control rods on top. And then there's lots and lots of options of how to build the interior of it. As I said, it's pretty much always the best option to go with Enderium around the edges. But in the center, there's just a ton of options. And this is just the one I'm going with. It's very stable, it's very good, and it's pretty much fire and forget, which is nice. That doesn't necessarily mean it's the only way to do this. And you can make them bigger. They don't have to be in sort of square. You can make them 7 by 7 by 3, for example. And I believe for efficiency, those flat ones are actually the best, but not for the total power generated. And this is a skyblock, which means efficiency isn't so much a problem. At the beginning it is, when you have to really conserve your food and have to be really paying attention to exactly how much you eat and all that. Later on, it's kind of meh, it's fine. Just do whatever. You have the resources, basically. Because in this skyblock at least, and in the others I've played, but I haven't played many, it always ends up as being that there's a point where you just have a billion of everything, and if you want to build your entire island out of gold blocks, fine, go with it, because you have the resources. And the same is kind of true here. It just ends up being completely irrelevant eventually. It doesn't really matter. I will eventually have 4 of them. I think they stack if you break them with a pickaxe. But as I broke these with a... I broke them with a wrench, a crescent hammer last time. I believe that means they won't stack. Okay, now I will... Whoa, slight lag spike. I will set up the 4 pre-chargers. And this doesn't need 4 of them. 1 of them is sufficient, but 1 of them can take 2500 RF per tick, I believe. So obviously if you add more of them, that's the only way to really get the most out of the laser drill. And I need them connected to each other. And they need to be at this distance. They have to be 1 block away. They can't be further away, and they can't be closer. So this is pretty much a forced setup. You have to do it like this. You can just go away. And now once I hook this up, this should actually already be supplying the system with power. And the cabling is ugly, I know. And as I said, that's because it's not going to stay this way. Now, do these things already get power? Yes, they do. And he's already generating stuff now, I think. I hope. Unless he's complaining about the lack of a... Does he not want to output into the chest? Is that the problem? I mean, these things have energy. Oh, I know the problem. I put a block underneath them, which he doesn't like. He has to be able to get down to the void. So now he should be okay. Yep. And he just made a tin ore. And as you can see, this should now be running at the full speed that it can run at, by the way. Oh, nether lapis ore. And I should probably be getting myself down. I should turn on the reactor, basically, so that the cell doesn't run out. Up, let's get down, get to the controller, and turn it on. And it'll get up to the usual values as it did last time very quickly. Something like 11.6k RF per tick. It somewhat fluctuates. I don't know what exactly causes the fluctuations, but it's fine. And do not touch that laser beam. It does a bit of damage. Actually, it does quite a lot of damage. I don't know how much. I'll probably survive it for a bit in my current setup, but I would advise against it. Same with these little lasers. They also hurt. And, oh, nether sulfur ore. This is very nice. And some gold ore, some nether lapis ore. Now, I put in these red foci. I have to make sure and double check, but I'm almost certain that this increases the chance of getting yellorium ore. And I can also get glowstone, apatite. Yeah, I'll let this run for a while, and you see that it's a lot of stuff that this thing can generate. It's almost a full replacement for the sieving setup. I know there were some things that you didn't get from them. I know there was... Well, you don't get blaze powder from this. I think the quartz maybe is a little low, so you get a lot more of the Certus quartz, and you need a lot of it. Okay, so I'll let this run. Some redstone ore as well. And this gets me all the ores in the game. I'll double check whether the yellow stuff is actually what I'm looking for, otherwise I'll have to replace these. And as I said, they only change the weighting, so they make it more likely to get yellow ores, which I believe yellorium counts as that. But apparently, as you can see, also sulfur does. And I'll show that quickly now. You remember sulfur took quite a bit of effort to make because I had to pulverize coal. I think I'm unloading that now. I don't know if it likes being unloaded. Probably not. But we'll see. It was quite a pain to make, and this is actually not fast enough. As you can see, I need manilium. Okay, actually, I can probably start working on manilium. So I have started a redstone generator, a netherrack generator earlier. Well, earlier, a few days ago. All the time I was waiting for the diamonds, I was also having this run. And that's just a barrel filling with lava slowly, and the hopper is placing redstone in it whenever it's full, making netherrack. And I have also been going through a bunch of soul sand. I think I actually have some more. I should probably fetch that. Nom 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 veggie stuff. And we don't have to nom 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 on veggie stuff for very long anymore. Okay, I'm out of soul sand here, but that's fine. Should probably fetch some of this netherrack. I know I could go to the nether and fetch tons of it, but when the day comes when I go to the nether, you will see why I didn't want to go there. If I didn't absolutely have to. I made this tunnel here permanent, by the way. It's such a pain accessing all these things otherwise. And I can put netherrack through a sieve. Uses Exnihilo sieve, and I have a chance at getting ardite and cobalt ore. And these are nether ores that I need for Tinker's Construct. You also get the crushed versions of these from going through what's its face? Soul sand. So these are from the soul sand I got. That's I can make these just like the normal crushed ores into the ore sands. And now is the time I will use that fortune hammer. I got that from a quest reward, and I got another 3 actually from a reward pack, but I really only need 1 of them. And for the really long run, it's kind of needless to have this. But for this moment where I really have small amounts of this stuff, every little bit helps, so I definitely want the fortune hammer on those. Now, that's 3 each. That's actually enough, I think. I need some... I have some alamite, okay. Can fix this pickaxe. And now I can take you out. I said, take you out. Put in the pickaxe head. Thank you. And is this still set up to be automated? I should really put a lever on this instead of making it all manual like that. But I've been using this for a long time now, and it's almost time to stop using the smeltery, so there is that. And I will put in 1 of the cobalt and 1 of the ardite. And they will take a while to smelt up, I think. So in the meantime, let me just see if this is still running while I was unloading it or while I was far away. I think this is out of loading distance, and I haven't chunk loaded this. I could. There are chunk loaders in this mod pack, but didn't yet. But it appears to have been running. I got coal, redstone, emerald, glowstone, gold, silver, lead, iron, copper, tin, everything. The nether ores are more... and yellowite. That's the stuff I'm looking for. That's what I need to make more yellorium. And as I said, this one here will provide enough yellorium to keep that reactor permanently full on fuel and have a lot left over. I think this is probably enough to supply 2 or 3 reactors. And this yellowite, I smelt that into... or actually I'll pulverize it into yellorium dust, which I then smelt into yellorium ingots, which is the fuel I need. Oh, nether diamond ore. These are nice. I'll take those and show you how that works with that example. Because the nether ores are much better, I get more out of them than I get out of the standard ores. Okay, let's see how this here is doing. Now, cobalt and ardite, the stuff I just melted in the smeltery, they combine into manilium. And You can really only get these from the nether usually, but by doing the sieving I actually got them without ever entering the nether. And you can do almost everything in this mod pack without ever going into the nether, even though it is the superior choice for certain things. There are some things where you should go in the nether to do them, but you don't have to. And now Manilium is actually the highest level of stuff, of material in the Tinker's Construct. So that should be a pickaxe head, and I should be able to make 3 more ingots out of that. And it's kind of pinkish, but you get used to it. I could make more, but I'll wait on that. Definitely want you safe in here. And I'll add the Manilium to this pickaxe. And it's now got a mining level of Manilium. Or should do anyway. Let me make sure. The mining level doesn't say anymore, which means Manilium. It's kind of a glitch where it doesn't say mining level when it's the highest one. And this is now able to break these. But as you can see, I'm getting the ore back. I thought they turned into sulfur instantly. No, actually. They pulverize into 24, which means I can now make pyrotheum dust for days. The other stuff I need redstone and pulverized coal and blaze powder. That's not an issue. Now, the nether diamond ore pulverizes into 4 diamonds and a 15% chance at netherrack, which is good. 4 diamonds out of this, not bad. I can also put it into an induction smelter to make 2 diamond ores and a 10% chance at a rich slag. And if I have rich slag, which I currently don't, but this is the way to get it essentially, I could put rich slag and diamond ore into a induction smelter to get 3 diamond ore, which would be, if I look at diamond ore, I can pulverize that into 2 diamonds. And I think that's pretty much it. So this is between 4 and 6 diamonds for me, depending on which method and how expensive a method I want to choose to progress. So I think I have a sand here. What I'll probably end up doing in the long run is using the induction smelter to make diamond ores for some things. Why would I say... For example, the nether ores, pretty much all of them can be put into this recipe. Sand in here, the nether ore here, nether iron, nether tin, all that, and get 2 of the regular ores. And a chance at rich slag. And then the rich slag I'll collect. And for the very rare ores, the ones that are really valuable, such as the diamond ones, I will have enough slag from the not so valuable ones that I can use the very good recipe on the very expensive ores. And that's 12 diamonds already. That's quite good. I think for the moment that's probably about it. What I'll do is I'll set up a nope, we have time. We can do something else. Firstly, pulverize this. I'll put the cobalt and the ardite in here. Might need them later. And I need... how many ender pearls do I have? Those are actually a bit of a problem right now. I don't have too many of them. Need 2 stacks of them, maybe? That should be fine. Yeah. Same thing. I will magma crucible them. I need those to make more enderium. And 2 stacks should be enough to make 32 enderium. So to make 32 enderium, I believe I need 8 shiny ingots and 24 tin. Makes sense. Yep. And I need to pulverize those as well. Oh, darn. Oh, that's actually quite quick. Never mind. Give me jetpack power. I turn this off because it's annoying, as I've explained before. If I don't want it, it's annoying. If I want it, it's very useful. And there should be a bunch of pulverized coal in some of these chests. And in between this episode and the next one, there will be huge progress, by the way. So what I'll do is I will give me all of that. I wish this thing supported shift clicking. And you start making firm tofu from that. And once you've burned through 8, I'll do that. There will be a lot of progress because I'll start moving all the essentials over there and possibly even start working on a second of the reactors, depending on how much diamond I end up actually getting from the laser drill. Okay, you should be done now. As you can see, I got 3 stacks of sulfur from that alone. So sulfur is no longer an issue. You can take those. I can take my quest book. Go for no, click to start, Hell's Kitchen. Go for the Vegan Delight and just manual submit, so I've already gotten rid of a lot of my soy milk, making space in my inventory. And pyrotheum dust. Sulfur, redstone, coal, blaze powder, pyrotheum dust. Not an issue anymore. I wonder why I didn't just put these somewhere else. Oh well. Because I'm stupid, that's why. Need to wait on this. I should probably start making some buckets here. I still have that stack of buckets from last time from fixing the reactor, or building it rather. I end up probably keeping those for a long time, they're kind of nice. Okay, 3 more, 2 more, come on, hurry up. There we go. Don't want to jump into the void without my jetpack active, even though usually before I hit the ground I'm able to react and stop myself, but not necessarily a grand idea. And take away my soy milk. And that quest is actually of those second level quests, the tofu one is by far the easiest. It doesn't require nearly as much stuff as some of the others. Okay, you make me Agrarian blend. And all of this will eventually be automated, by the way. So this is maybe not the last time, but close to the last time I'm doing all of this manually. Okay, that's 32. That's going to give me half a stack. And I require that much pyrotheum. Okay, I will let that smelt. And I'll probably... yeah, it takes a while. I'll see you when this is all done and I'm prepared to craft what I want to craft. See you in a bit. And it's done. I made, I think, everything I need. I actually needed 2 more stacks of ender pearls, so I put those in and melted them. Melted sounds wrong, but I think it's correct. Melted them down. And now I think I am ready to craft 8 of these things. First things, I need tesseract frames. Those are expensive. Then these tesseract frames need to be filled with enderium. This will take a while. It's very slow progress. So, in the meantime, let's see how our redstone, netherrack is doing. It's full, so that one's done. I can always restart that eventually when I need to. These will accumulate lava now. That's fine. And I'll put this stack somewhere. And see how much got accumulated so far. Yeah, just go in there, whatever. It'll burn itself out eventually. And I have gotten 4 broken ardite and 8 broken cobalt. Okay, that's nice. I mean, I don't really need it as such. Technically, this pickaxe should suffice for the moment, but it's nice to have. And the only thing you can get from netherrack, by the way, is those nether ore broken things. As you've seen, they don't even have a chance of giving anything else. Not even halfway done. Well, almost at least. So I checked earlier, the reactor had burned up 6 of the yellorium ingots at that point. And in here I have the yield so far. Not bad, eh? Got another diamond ore right here. And a bunch of nether gold ore. I think the gold might also be influenced by the focus crystals I put in. And already over half a stack of yellowite. So, or yellowite. Really nice. And the yellow ones are definitely the correct ones. There's no doubt about that. So in the time, I think, let's just assume it burned 8 yellowite ingots in that time, which is probably burned a little less, but let's go with it. So it burned 8, and it produced enough ore to make a stack. So that one could probably provide fuel for 8 reactors, and it's currently only having to supply 1. It's not yet automated, of course, so as it is, I have to manually put the yellowite into the pulverizer and then smelt it and then shove it into the reactor. But it's definitely going very well. I'm also getting diamonds from those, as you saw, so that will help along, because sieving the gravel, I make that mistake a lot. So in case I said it and didn't notice, ignore it. Okay, and this time the chest didn't mind me unloading and loading. I don't know what influences it, to be honest. All this will go away soon. I'll build a different setup for that, but I'll have that prepared for next episode. Now you are done. Very good. And actually, I should disable that. Give me the Tinker's Alloy. Just bronze. It says Tinker's Alloy, but I don't know why they couldn't just call it bronze. And that makes tesseracts. These don't stack, so I don't even have enough space for them. Go away. Now go away again. Silly device. You just go in here. And those tesseracts are essentially a means of teleportation. I should probably first set up one down here. They are pretty nifty. Oh, actually, I got enough of these things, so manual submit, claim reward. That was easy. Get a greater reward back, probably just, yeah, wow. And it claims to be a useful reward, but at this stage it really isn't. Okay, I need you. And this won't be the permanent setup, this is just to show you how the tesseracts work. I need 2 of those. I will incorporate lots and lots of them into my final build, so you will see the full extent of their power then. They don't require any, I actually should probably move you over one, shouldn't I? And the game does not like this happening, so lots of stuff suddenly on the ground. It'll lag out quite a bit. As it is, it's still almost acceptable. I mean, he didn't quite crash, but he doesn't usually crash. He just sort of stops doing anything. Goes catatonic. I just need this chest to be empty. Probably should keep these just in case. Okay, so what I can do is I can set this up to be, let's give it a frequency, and let's just call this something. And we are giving it a frequency of 1, and we're saving it and setting it. So it currently is running on a frequency of 1, and it is ignoring redstone signals as I want it to. And I want this thing to send nothing, because it's not supposed to send anything, and it's supposed to receive items, and that's it. Now if what I do to fluids and energy is actually not relevant for the setup, it wouldn't harm it, but just to be precise, receive items and nothing else. And by receiving it, it's receiving items from other tesseracts that are running on the same frequency. Now, I don't want to have to fly up here every time and do the chest thing, so do I have enough space? Probably not. I should have turned that off actually. Oh, I still can, doesn't matter. So first thing, I will disable this device in the crudest way possible, and that should, these should run out of energy very quickly, and so should this one. Yep. And now, hope you don't mind me problem solving on camera, but I thought this might be a little more interesting. Okay, I should have enough space, really. And as you can see, 4 diamond ore, 1 nether diamond ore, that's, what, 12 diamonds already? If I pulverized that all in the correct manner. That's almost enough space. Nope, it works out. Just about. I had 1 additional slot. Okay, so let me take the chest. And it's falling. That's probably going to get voided. And place down the tesseract instead. And this one I also want to run on the something frequency, so set the frequency. And this just saves a list, so I have an easier time. I don't have to remember all the frequencies. It's more important on servers, really, than on single player. And I want him to send items only and do nothing else. Okay, and now I can take the redstone energy conduit that I broke and replace it. And if I didn't do anything wrong, he should now be working just fine. Let me see. And he recognizes the tesseract as an inventory, so he's able to put stuff in there. Now let's see, there's just a tiny chance that diamond chest landed on the edge there. I doubt it, but I'll go check anyway. Miracles have happened, and I'm at about 40 minutes, which is definitely... Oh, look, it actually landed inside. Nice. But yeah, I'm pretty much at the limit. And now everything it produces will actually get pumped in here. So I will just quickly empty this out. And this just makes it a little easier for me to access this and see how much I got and all that. Eventually this will be hooked up so it's automatically put into my storage system, and from there it'll automatically be processed depending on the type of item. I want to do different things to it. I'll set all of that up for next time and then take the whole system into operation on camera, but as you can see, this is producing a lot, and I already got 7 more yellowite. So I'll take the diamonds with me, because you can never have too many of those. And wow, 30 nether gold ore. That's a lot of stuff. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. And we got something very cool done today. Eventually I'll also be using tesseracts probably to provide those things with energy. And there's a bit of a problem with that, because tesseracts actually, you lose 25% of the energy you send through. You don't lose any fluids, you don't lose any items, don't worry about that, but you lose energy if you send that through. So, may have to do something with that to be able to power the system up there efficiently. I might just build some kind of structure around the wire as well, if I can find a cool way to do that. Anyway, that's really been long enough for now. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye!